Alright, so you ready?
Yeah, I think so.
Alright. So, we're here, and we've been trying to do this introduction for weeks now. And if it was one thing or the other, that didn't work out. But we really wanted to do this for you guys because we know that some of you have asked for it. We've actually met a couple of you guys that, and it was, we're really excited to meet you in person, and you guys wanted us to show our faces more. We have friends that are like, you guys need to show your faces more. We get it, we really do, because when we watch YouTube videos, I think that's kind of half the reason why we watch a lot of these channels, is because you want to know who's behind the camera. This is behind the camera. I'm Roger.
I'm Irene.
And we're husband and wife, and we're the ones that fly everywhere. We do everything on this channel. We don't have anybody that helps us. It really is just the two of us. And we've been doing it for, what is it, like 2.5 years?
Flying or filming?
Well, I guess the filming. We've been doing, well, the flying we've been doing for 2.5 years. The filming we've been doing for like a year now, better part of a year
roughly.
now. And in that time, you know, we've learned a ton, and it's really thanks to you guys. So again, why we're here is to introduce ourselves. You guys wanted to know who Outside the Cockpit is. You guys only hear my voice, but it definitely is not just me, because she's the one that films everything. If it wasn't for her, we couldn't get any of this filming, and she's the one who's responsible for what you guys really love, is that tail cam footage. That was her idea. And a funny story about that was, we're in Palomar, and you can finish the story.
I think we were coming back to our plane after having a really good lunch there. Yes. And there was a gentleman who parked his plane right behind ours, and he noticed the camera on the tail. And he noticed that it was facing outward. And he looked at us and he said, "Hey, you have your camera in the wrong direction." And I looked at my husband and I said, "No, we don't."
Yeah, that was like something we'll always remember, especially when we started getting feedback from you guys that you guys really enjoyed it. It was just it's a memory of ours that we won't forget, because she was adamant that's what she wanted to do. That was something different. So that's that. So a little bit more about me. I am a private pilot, IFR rated. Been flying I got my PPL November 2022. And I have about 560 hours now. And 460 of those hours are pretty much with you. I think the first 100 hours maybe was mostly training.
I think so, yeah.
Maybe somewhere around there. And after that, like, we've been flying ever since. But I think when I knew that this was gonna be something we were gonna do was it was a night flight, and it was a special night flight. It was my birthday night flight. But you set that up, so I'll let you tell that story.
So Justin, who I'm sure you've heard about if you've been around for a little while, was Roger's CFI at the time for his PPL. And Roger's birthday was coming up, and I wanted to do something special, and they hadn't yet gone on a night flight over the LA area. And so I reached out to Justin without Roger knowing, and I let Justin know, hey, I really want to go on this night flight and surprise Roger with it, and I want to fly by Dodger Stadium and over LAX if possible. Little did I know that there was already a route called the LA Special Flight Rules that existed, but Justin, being as wonderful as he is, he agreed to it and set it all up. So we ended up going on the night flight, and that was actually my first time in the plane with Roger since he had been doing his training and his CFI, Justin, and it was just incredible. I remember being up there at night, and it seemed so peaceful, and with all the twinkling lights below us, I remember thinking, God, this feels exactly like what we should be doing. It just felt so like I was at home and at ease. Right. And I think once I told Roger that, he knew that that was the time. At that moment, he knew that we would be flying.
And honestly, ever since then, we've been flying everywhere. Any chance we get, you know, depending on the weather, of course. But we've done Seattle. We've done a couple of other things that we still want to do. We want to do Oshkosh. We're kind of planning that right now. Obviously, we'd share with you guys all the airports along the way. But that gets me to the point of, like, why did we even start this channel? Really, it was when I was a student. Some of you guys know, any that have watched the videos, know that my first airport was Camarillo, and that one I had a really difficult time on. And we wanted to do something on the channel, and I think initially it started as an airport series. Mm-hmm. And some of you guys know that Corona is actually the first time I showed myself on camera. And that was really hard. And some of you guys might also be wondering, well, why didn't we show ourselves much sooner? Like, why don't we show ourselves in any of these Where's Transient Parking series? Well, one, we're introverts. That's
highly
one.
Introverted.
Highly introverted. But number two was because the initial thing was, it was supposed to be about the airports. And so that's what we focused on. But we started realizing with your feedback and you guys want to see us that it's about more than just the airports. You guys want to know like our experiences, but at the same time, we've been learning a lot about your experiences, your stories. And for there to be that kind of interchange, we felt that it was probably the right time now to show who we are. And so we're real. I mean, I think we got accused of being CGI. AI. Like, that was crazy. I couldn't tell if that was an insult or a compliment.
We're not.
Yeah.
And I don't even think we used any of that really. So
no.
Yeah.
And so the challenge was to just help other pilots. And that was her idea. Like the Where's Transient Parking series. I wanted to do, which is my nature, is to go all out and do like this whole airport series. And I think we spent 3 months on the first.
I don't know, something ridiculous.
It was overly like reaching and trying to figure out our first video. But she was like, why don't we just focus on Where's Transient Parking, which is something that we knew could help pilots like that. My only goal with that was show the approach to parking and departure, but one shot. Because I knew when I was watching certain videos, like it would always cut, like right when I wanted to know, like what did it look like? And that's the funny thing, it's not just me, like she helps all the time. So the thing about Irene, she knows everything about flying except how to fly the plane. We're getting there, we're gonna get there eventually. It's nice to have, it's like we really do, we work as a team in everything. In the plane, I mean, in this channel, everything we do it together. And so what you guys are seeing is the culmination of our ideas going back and forth. And I think more recently, especially like the feedback on the channel, like, how, can you guys do this? I mean, I'm sure you guys have seen our first video to our video today. I mean, our first videos were like 2-3 minutes.
And there was no voiceover.
No voiceover.
There was like no additional information.
Yeah.
Everything really sucked on those.
Yeah, it kind of did. But you just start, and if it works, it works, and if it doesn't, it doesn't. But most of the time, as long as you just keep going and, iterate, and that's what we've been trying to do. Again, largely thanks to what you guys have asked us that you guys wanted. We've loved that. Again, we've loved the stories. I always talk about that at the end of our videos, that we love your stories, because we always do. Like, we'll go through the comments and we just, I think, really love imagining some of the memories you guys have about some of these airports. Because I mean, that's kind of what is important. But that's pretty much it. If you guys, again, the other part of the not showing our faces on camera is because this is a very unnatural thing to be on camera, to talk to this camera right here. And ask anybody who's done it, it's a weird thing, and initially it's, watch that Corona video of mine. You'll see how awkward I look in those videos. I'm very robotic, and I'm trying to figure out like how to talk.
But you were a lot braver than me, because it's taken me a lot to show my face on camera.
I know. So yeah, so she does exist. So you guys see, she does like exist. She's not AI generated or nothing like that. So hopefully this gives you guys a little bit more insight of who we are, who Outside the Cockpit is. We've met some of you. It's been nothing but amazing to meet a lot of you. And
I think that's been my favorite part, is meeting people.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. You guys are incredible.
It's crazy. Like, it's crazy meeting some of you. And, when you meet someone and it's better than you anticipated, because you don't know when you meet someone new what it's going to be like. But we seriously have not had nothing short of like an amazing experience with every person we've met.
Yeah, definitely.
You guys want to know anything more about us, feel free to ask it in the comments or reach out to us. We just assume you want to know more about the planes than us.
Or the airports.
But I think the main thing was we wanted to let you guys know we were real. Yeah. I'll finish it with this, and we'll do a deeper dive into our plane, Hannah. But we're going to show you real quick. Let God. This is Hannah. And she's a 1977 Piper Aerothur. We'll go a little bit deeper into her, but we want to let you know she's real too. I have a whole video. I'll probably add it as extra footage on this just to see what she's like inside, but she's been with us again for 2 years.
Yeah. And that was a great story about how we found Hannah.
Yeah.
And where she came from and the experience we've had with her, because I think we got really lucky.
We got really lucky. Yeah, we got really
So we'll
really
make sure to share that with everyone, because I think buying a plane is really hard. And there's a lot of things that we learned because no one told us, but I think because we didn't know which questions to ask.
You don't know. I mean, how do you know until you've kind of experienced it yourself? Hannah's been amazing, and there is a funny story about how she was named Hannah. And we'll put that up. We'll tell her real quick right now.
No.
No?
No,
Okay.
save it.
All right. So we'll do that on the next video when we dive deeper into like what kind of plane she is, what we've done with her, stuff like that. So, but yeah, you guys give us some questions. Sorry it took so long for us to finally show our faces. This is very different for us, but with all the interactions we've had with you guys, we felt like it was that time. So thank you guys so much for watching us.
Thank you.
It's been spectacular. We're really excited what to do next. So
Yeah, and things will only get better. We're a little rough right now because we're still trying to figure it out.
yeah,
and
we're not filmographers.
Oh, not at all.
We're not
No.
doing any of this. You know?
Yeah.
I put some editing stuff back when I was a kid, and that's about as far as it goes. And this being on camera is like zero. Like I've never done this. You've never done this.
Nope.
We barely take selfie pictures.
Yeah.
So
You can comb through our Instagram and there's hardly any photos of us.
yeah.
It's mostly planes and airports.
Yes. So anyways, thank you guys again, and we'll see you soon. See you guys. Somewhere there.
Round button. Round.
Oh.
That one.